Prachi, we are live. Just going to see, just going to build up the viewers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me know when to start, Khushi.
Yeah, I will. Sure.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah, Prachi, we can start. I highly doubt you need any introduction. So yes, we can start.
Thank you so much, Khushi, for inviting me for doing this demo. Hello, everyone. I hope you guys are doing well and staying safe. So today I'll be demonstrating how to do these small 3D basket cookies. So I'll be guiding you through the process of it. So I'll be sharing the template of the same. So after the demo, I'll post the template. And so the template looks like this. And you need 2 of each to make this cookie. And I have used a very simple sugar cookie recipe that you can easily get online. It's a very basic recipe, using your normal flour, sugar, butter, milk, and some baking powder. So very, very basic recipe. And so I think, let me just guide you with starting on the cookie, the decoration. And right now I'll be demonstrating. So after my demonstration, I'll look for the questions that you have for me and I'll answer them. So don't worry, you can put your questions, and later on, once my demo is done, I'll be answering all of them. So I'll just position my camera in a way so that you'll be able to see what I'm demonstrating. Yeah, so I hope you guys can see that I have made the cookies according to the template that I showed you. And I'm going to use a Wilton 46 number basket weaving tip for this particular technique to get the effect of basket weaving. Okay, so I'll start piping. So this is my vegan royal icing colored in brown gel color. So let me just start. So you need a soft consistency of icing for doing this. You don't want your icing to be very stiff. As you can see, I'm not applying a lot of pressure. It's nice and smooth. So this is a very traditional looking basket weaving, and it looks quite pretty. Now, as you can see, you won't be able to see much gaps because I'm making sure that, the gaps are piped in a way that it looks like a weaving texture. When I say weaving texture, it means that, you pipe these lines like this. And once you are piping, you tuck your nozzle. You tuck your nozzle inside like this, and then you pipe. So you get a nice weaved look. Yeah. So I'll continue with my design. Now, because of the shape of the cookie, you have to adjust your hand position. It won't be like proper straight lines because the cookie is going like this. But whatever gaps, if at all we have, we can later cover them with piped leaves. And if you feel like your nozzle is looking like this, just clean it with a tissue so that you get a nice clean line. Yeah. So almost this is done. What we will do for whatever remaining is I'll use a small star nozzle. Right now I'm using a PME 43, but there is no specific rule that you have to use this particular nozzle only. Any small star nozzle would do. So now, following the guideline of the outline of the cookie, I'm going to pipe so that this looks neat. Yeah. So it gives a nice and clean looking design. So in the same way, I'm going to I have already piped and kept it like 15 minutes back because we want this particular design to set for at least 15 minutes. Then we'll be able to assemble it, because right now as the icing is little wet, so when you try to put it, you're going to spoil the design. So I have like these cookies. So I'll be doing the same design on all of these, which I have already done to save time. And after drying, this looks like this. So this is like 20 minutes and it was done. So when you have a quick order, you don't need a lot of prep for making such 3D cookies. Many people think that, for 3D cookies, there is a lot of prep work. No, it's definitely very easy. So I just did 20 minutes back and they are all nicely dried up, as you can see. So I'll just keep the fresh one aside. And what I'll do is I'll show you how to assemble this basket. And then I'll show 2 to 3 kinds of royal icing pipe flowers that we'll be using to decorate these. So now as this is dried, there is no problem if I touch it like this. So I'm going to place it like this. Take my royal icing for gluing the basket right now, and you will need to put icing like this, a piece of cookie over here, just like that. This is actually the base of the basket. These are your side panels. So again, you'll put some icing over here as well. Yeah, it will be slightly tilted. And the same way for the other side. Yeah. So see, every process of cookie making or anything related to royal icing, you have to give it like 10-15 minutes of time so that, you know, it sticks well. Because if in this position, if you try to move it, it's going to, you know, it won't be sturdy enough. So now the final portion of the cookie is going to be just put this much of icing. Of course, you can use little bit of icing as well. There is no compulsion that you have to use this much of icing. That's it. So now we are going to leave it for like 15 to 20 minutes in this position. So when you have to prep for your cookie order, your first step is going to be, of course, baking your sugar cookies, and you let them rest for like half an hour. And after half an hour, you can just start piping and keeping them aside to let them dry nicely for 20 minutes or so. And then you can assemble them in this position, and then you just leave them aside and you can start prepping your flowers. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll now show you how to do the flowers. Okay, so this is your normal flower nail. Okay, and now because the basket size is this much, you always have to decide the decoration portion of the flower as per the size of your project. Right now, whatever the size of the basket, I'll have to choose my flowers according to it. So the flowers can't be like really huge. It won't look nice. So you have to look for smaller nozzles. So now there is no specific rule that you have to look for any particular brand of nozzle that it has to be this. Whatever is available with you. If I am piping it with a petal nozzle, what you can do, you can look for a very small petal nozzle, whatever is available. So I'll be making roses, I'll be making a few chrysanthemums. Yeah. Now, one more thing is there that, you know, whenever you are piping flowers with buttercream or fresh cream or, these mediums are a little softer, and the consistency of royal icing is going to be different as compared to whipped cream or buttercream. So the smoothness of the flower, of course, is going to be different. It's not going to be same as buttercream, but nonetheless, they look really pretty. So let me just show you how I pipe my chrysanthemums. So you have to just take a piece of parchment paper, use your flower nail, make a small blob of icing so that, you know, you have something to pipe your flower on. I don't like piping my flowers flat onto the parchment paper because then, you know, they don't look like, they look very flat. So to give it a nice look, you always, it's always better if you have like a small blob of icing. Okay, so this is your chrysanthemum nozzle. It's just a local nozzle. It's no Wilton or PME. It's just a local nozzle. See, whenever I'm buying nozzles, I look for the the tip of the nozzle that, you know, if it suits my project, and I just selected it. So now it's a C-shaped nozzle. So you'll just start piping. And you don't need big flowers for your cookie basket because, like I said, it's a small basket. So purposely, I am not pulling it like this. I want the flower to look small. Yeah, so I think this is a perfect size as per the cookie basket. So that was your chrysanthemum. Now the same way, again using your flower nail and parchment paper, I'll pipe a rose. So again, a blob of icing, always, you know, it makes a lot of difference. Your flowers will look a lot better if you have this as a base. So for your rose, after piping this blob of icing, you do a 360-degree turn, and that will give you the tip of the rose. And then from the side to the front, from the side to the front, from the side to the front. You keep on rotating your flower nail with your hand, and then you pipe with your other hand. Yeah. So this is your rose. Now for the basket, when I piped them, what I did was I used a different color for the center. You can do that, like a dual tone rose. So you can use a lighter shade of the same color, like, a lighter shade of this, few petals from that, and few petals from the darker shade, and it looks quite pretty. Yeah, so that was your chrysanthemum and rose. Now there is a bud looking thing that I'll show you. It's actually this. It looks quite pretty, when you put it along with the flowers, it gives a nice definition. So what the way to do it, either you can pipe a blob of royal icing, and then you can pipe your dots. You can pipe your dots that I'll show you. Another way is you can use your gum paste, and you can just make a teardrop shape out of gum paste, and then let it dry, and then you can pipe these small dots on top of it. So I'll just demonstrate the royal icing one for you. So it's like you have to squeeze, 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 and squeeze nicely till you get something like this. So you need, a conical sort of a thing, and you have to let it dry for like half an hour or so. So I piped few some time back, so I have these with me over here. So what I'll do is I'll use the dried ones. This is my number 2 PME. And I'm just going to pipe beads, just tiny beads, very tiny beads. All throughout. So you have to cover the entire conical shape thing that you piped. So in between, when you're assembling the roses, the chrysanthemums, you can put these, and it looks nice as a variation. And like I said, even you can do it with your gum paste bud. Same way, attach it with royal icing, and you can pipe it. Don't use wires, because then you're going to give the basket for somebody to eat, and there may be chances that they might. So yeah, so this is how it looks. Yes. So we have covered chrysanthemum, we have covered roses, and this bud-like thing, and rest for the basket. Sometimes what I do is I do a 5-petal flower, again with the petal tip, the one that I use for my rose. So it's just like this. You can even do a 2-layer of this. So with the same nozzle, there's like a lot of possibilities that you can do these things. And then just a tiny bit of center, and you're done. Okay. So now let me just show you how to assemble it. Now this basket is still over here. It's almost dried well. I can still tilt it, Hopefully, yes, I can. But yeah, because if I touch this side, it's dried. But I have prepped one more in the afternoon. It's all dried up nicely. Now, because there is a lot of space over here, so it's 3D basket, you know, you have a lot of possibilities. You can fill in chocolates, because when I did this for an order, the client asked me to fill this with chocolates, or you know, you can make tiny small cookies, and you can just fill it with cookies, because of course we are going to put flowers on top of this, but then you need something to fill this up. So chocolates, any cookies. So you need some icing to stick it, you know, just stick these cookies. So the inside cookies can be like different flavor cookies, whatever you feel like. So this is just to fill up the gaps. So right now I'll just put it just like that. Of course, when you're giving it to somebody for an order, so that time just put royal icing, put some royal icing and then just stick it. Put some royal icing and then stick it, so that it won't move too much. But yeah, filling them with chocolate is a better idea, I suppose, you know, but this is also nice. So after you're done with this, I have piped all these flowers that I showed you a little prior to our demo. So one by one, I'll start assembling it. And I'm also using two leaf tips, nozzles. So this is built in 352 leaf tip in two colors, you know, just to add some variations, and we'll pipe those leaves and assemble all these flowers. So now it's like, so you pipe few leaves, you put these flowers. So you need a lot of leaves, because you have to cover a lot of portion of these cookies. So a darker shade, a lighter shade, a combination of both looks really good. And when you have something inside the basket, that also helps you to get some height to the flowers, and they look nice. So sides also, it looks nice if you can have few leaves here and there, just like that. And then you can have these small buds, few more of these flowers. Now when you have to do, like I did around 70 or 80 of these, then you really have to make calculations of the flowers that you're putting in. So these things you work out beforehand, you know, you can't go all board for decorating one cookie and then you feel like, okay, I have 50 or 60 more to do. So just plan well in advance when you are doing an order like this.
Prachi, it's absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Krishi. So yeah, as you can see, it didn't take a lot of time. It looks very time consuming, but I think in around 20 minutes, we were able to complete this. And like, you know, even the flowers don't take a lot of time. See the flowers that I piped, right now, like hardly 5 minutes. And they are like, if I touch them, it's perfect. It's not like, they'll fall apart. So royal icing is a very forgiving medium. It gives you a lot of scope to, experiment and do a lot of crazy things, and it looks pretty. So yeah, I think our demo is done. And so these are the baskets, as you can see. So now I'll just
Could
tilt my
ask
camera.
you, but, I'll ask you what they're asking, or would
Yes,
you be
yes.
yeah? So we
Yeah.
have somebody asking you for the paper template, and we, as we rightly told them, that we would be putting it up on this, right? Can we
Yes, yes,
attach these comments? Yeah, so we will do that
yes.
in time to
Yeah,
come
we'll do
once
that.
it is over. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we have people asking you for the cookie recipe.
So cookie recipe, it's, very, very basic. You can get tons of recipe online. I mean, sugar cookie is like the simplest of all. I can just tell you the ingredients. They are very simple. It's your normal flour, sugar, butter, baking powder, milk or water to just, mix it well. I don't use eggs. So I think it's the basic recipe. When you search it on Google, you will get thousands and thousands of recipe. And I think, when a baker starts baking, I think this is the basic of the basic recipes. I'm sure they all have it. They might have not tried it. So pretty basic. Yeah, they'll be able to just get
And
it.
how
Yeah.
long do these cookies retain crunchiness?
See, because I have not flooded these cookies, because I was just using basket weaving, so it gave me a lot of time. I saved a lot of time, because 15 minutes and I was done with piping and everything. So I never had an issue, because this I did for an order on 70 plus cookies, cookie basket. They reached the venue. They were good, like they were nice and crunchy for like 7-8 hours. My client consumed it in the evening and they were completely like perfect. So no issues at all.
Okay, okay, perfect. And how do you deliver this to your clients? How would you store it, in short, or package it?
Yeah, see, when you are doing 3D cookies, I think when I take orders, I am very specific with the boxes and with the packaging. These kind of cookies can be delivered in your cake boxes as well. You can use your cake boards. You can use some royal icing to just stick it, and the plastic sheets that you get, to wrap your cookies and everything. You get them really easily. So you buy those plastic sheets. You take a what do you call it? The sealer. The vacuum sealer. So what I do is I take the plastic sheets. I use a vacuum sealer. I seal my cookies. And then in a cake box or any specific box, I just stick them with royal icing, and then I just deliver them.
Which nozzles are you using?
See, nozzles, chrysanthemum, it's no specific brand. It's just a C-shaped nozzle. So, any C-shaped nozzle, you get it in PME, you get it in Wilton. So I will write down the number of PME and Wilton in the comments once our live is done. And again, for your rose tip, you can use any nozzle. I am using a Wilton 101. It's a Wilton 101. For my leaf, it was Wilton 352. Then for my basket weaving was Wilton 46. What I'll do is, in a comment after the demo is done, I'll list all the nozzle numbers for you guys.
Okay, super. And they're asking the size of the cookies that you've used.
The size of the cookie. See, the template that I gave you, see, this is like, it's fitting in my hand. I mean, I think this is going to be 3 inches. So the template totally depends on you. You can even make a smaller size of it. You can always, I always use my templates, the size of the template as per my cookie order. So I can always decrease the size. I can always increase the size. You always have this option when you go to a photocopy place, even a normal printer, you just decrease it by 20%, 30%, or increase it by 100%. That's totally up to you. Okay.
Okay, and yeah, the recipe of royal icing.
Recipe, guys, my recipe is now a commercial product. So yeah, so my recipe is this. So I am not asking you all to use this, but any recipe, there is no specific thing that, you know, a vegan recipe will work for this basket or any egg recipe will not work for this basket. You can use any royal icing recipe, but my recipe is now a commercial product. So yeah. But yeah, any royal icing recipe, I think that if you've been using since a long time, or you have something in handy, you can try. There is no specific rule. And even the consistency is not an issue for this cookie project, because we used a normal consistency of icing for our basket piping, the weaving. And for flowers, I would like to add one thing. Sometimes what happens is, for your royal icing, when you're trying to pipe flowers, they tend to lose their shape, and the petals, they don't form a good shape. So that time you need to add icing sugar to it. And especially when around the time of monsoons, because of the humidity that tends to happen a lot. So add a bit of icing sugar, check on the consistency. You have to see if you're piping, because see, when today I piped my flowers, they were retaining their shapes nicely. The petals were not drooping. So if at all that is happening, please add icing sugar.
Would you call this like a slightly medium to hard consistency?
This is a medium consistency. See, my hands never hurt. Whenever I'm piping my projects, I make sure that, you know, my hands are not getting hurt. They are very easy on my hands, because when you have like 70-80 projects like coming, and you can't have stiff icing. So the best thing, if people have hot hands, I too have hot hands. So what I do is I change my bags every 20 minutes. So instead of making your icing very stiff, I think make it medium consistency, and then you can change your bags like after half an hour or 25 minutes. So you won't have this problem.
Okay, perfect. I think this is it. These were the questions that were asked by and large.
Okay, great. So if at all after the live, if people have questions, I'll go back to them and I'll address all the questions, and I'll also list down all the nozzle numbers for you guys.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Nozzle
so
number
thank you
and
so
the
much.
template, if possible.
Yes, the template. Yeah, of course. The template and the nozzle numbers.
Perfect. Perfect, Prachi. Thanks a lot. It was
Thank you so
wonderful.
much. It was lovely. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.